Have you ever heard of a story so ancient, so powerful, that it has been whispered across civilizations for thousands of years? A story of a great king, two terrifying tribes, and a wall that stands between humanity and chaos. This is the story of Gog and Magog, and the legendary ruler, Dul-Qarnayn. Our tale begins in a time long past, with a king unlike any other. Dul-Qarnayn, whose name means the two-horned one, was not just a conqueror of lands, but a beacon of justice and wisdom. He traveled the known world, from the place where the sun sets in a murky spring to the land where it rises upon a people with no shelter. His mission was not for power or wealth, but to establish order and help those in need, guided by a deep and unwavering faith. He was a force for good in a world that often teetered on the brink of darkness. During his extensive travels, Dul-Qarnayn journeyed to a remote and desolate region, a place nestled between two colossal, impassable mountains. It was a natural bottleneck, a pass that connected two worlds. There, he encountered a community of people who were living in constant terror. They were simple folk, and their language was difficult for him to understand. But their fear was a universal language that needed no translation. With great difficulty, through gestures and broken words, they managed to convey their desperate plea. "O Dul-Qarnayn," they cried, their voices trembling. "Beyond these mountains live the tribes of Gog and Magog. They are a force of pure destruction. They swarm our lands like locusts, leaving nothing but ruin in their wake. They destroy our homes, steal our crops, and bring immense suffering to our families. We are helpless against them." Their faces were etched with despair as they continued. "We beg you, use your power and your wisdom to save us. Can you build a barrier, a great wall between us and them, so that we may finally live in peace? We will offer you tribute, anything you ask. Just protect us from this relentless evil." The desperation in their eyes moved the heart of the great king. Dul-Qarnayn looked upon the frightened people, then at the towering mountains that framed the valley. He saw their suffering and knew he had been guided to this place for a reason, but he was not a king who sought payment for his good deeds. He addressed them with a calm and reassuring voice. "The power my Lord has given me is far better than any tribute you could offer. I will help you, but I cannot do this alone. Your strength is needed. If you help me with your labor, I will build a mighty barrier between you and them." His words filled the people with a renewed sense of hope. For the first time in a long time, they saw a path to safety. Dul-Qarnayn then laid out his plan. "First," he commanded, "bring me great blocks of iron." The people sprang into action. A sense of purpose energized them as men, women, and even older children worked together, quarrying and hauling massive chunks of iron. They piled them high in the gap between the two mountains, creating a mountain of metal that reached for the sky, filling the entire pass from one side to the other. Once the structure of iron blocks was complete, Dul-Qarnayn gave his next instruction. "Now, light your fires and work your bellows." The people built huge furnaces and began to heat the iron wall. The valley floor glowed with the intense heat, and soon the entire structure of iron blocks began to shimmer, turning a fiery, cherry red, glowing with immense heat until it was almost molten. The air crackled with power and anticipation. At that moment, with the iron wall at its hottest, Dul-Qarnayn gave his final command: "Bring me molten copper." The people had prepared vats of copper melted down into a shimmering liquid gold. They poured the molten copper over the superheated iron. The two metals fused together, flowing into every crack and crevice, creating a single, solid, and impenetrable mass. The copper cooled, forming a smooth, gleaming surface over the iron core. The result was a barrier unlike anything the world had ever seen. Strong, slick, and utterly insurmountable. It was a masterpiece of engineering and a symbol of collective will. When the Great Wall was finally complete, it stood as a silent, formidable guardian. On the other side, the tribes of Gog and Magog were furious. They charged at the wall with all their might, but their attacks were useless. The surface was too smooth to climb, and the fused metal was too strong to break. They hammered at it, they clawed at it, but they could not make so much as a dent. For the first time, their path of destruction was blocked. The people on the other side were finally, truly safe. A great celebration erupted among the once terrified community. They cheered for Dul-Qarnayn, hailing him as their savior. But the wise king was quick to deflect their praise, turning their attention to the true source of all power. He looked at the magnificent wall and declared, "This is a mercy from my Lord. It is not my strength, but His will that has protected you." Then he delivered a profound prophecy, a reminder that all things in this world are temporary. "This wall will stand for as long as my Lord wills it," he said. "But know this, when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, near the end of time, He will level it to the ground. And on that day Gog and Magog will be let loose, surging forth from every direction. The promise of my Lord is ever true. Until then, live in peace and gratitude." With his work done, Dul-Qarnayn departed, continuing his journey to uphold justice in other lands. But he left behind a legacy of hope and a story that would echo through the ages. The people of the valley lived in peace for generations, forever grateful for the protection they had received. The story of Dul-Qarnayn's wall is more than just an ancient legend. It's a powerful allegory about leadership, community, and faith. It teaches us that true strength comes not from individual might, but from working together for a common good. It shows that a great leader is one who empowers others rather than seeking tribute from them. Dul-Qarnayn didn't just build a wall of iron and copper. He helped a community build a future of peace and security. This tale also carries a deep spiritual message about divine mercy and the transient nature of our world. The wall, as strong as it was a temporary solution, a mercy for a specific time. Its eventual fall is a reminder of a greater cosmic timeline and a final, inevitable reckoning. For centuries, scholars, explorers, and theologians have debated the location of this legendary wall and the identity of Gog and Magog. Are they specific tribes from history, or do they represent a more symbolic force of chaos and corruption? The beauty of the story lies in its ability to be interpreted on multiple levels, as a historical account, a moral lesson, and an eschatological prophecy. What do you think? Is the wall a physical place still waiting to be discovered, or a metaphor for the barriers we must build in our own lives against destructive forces? The story of Gog and Magog continues to fascinate and inspire, a timeless reminder that even in the face of overwhelming chaos, unity, wisdom, and faith can build a fortress of hope. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the ancient past. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more legends and mysteries from history, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. We'll see you in the next video.